Hi, and welcome back for True Colors audiobook, Chapter 27. In the last episode, Cassie learned some information that she thinks may be the start to solving the mystery of that cipher disk and the coded message that Sergeant Ragin passed to her. Is it? Or is this just the beginning of a wild goose chase? Let's join her and Eric as they talk through this and express their divergent opinions on the matter. True Colors, Chapter 27. Eric turned the crinkled paper over a couple of times, trying to make sense of it. This is meaningless. The letters are all jumbled. I believe that's what this is for. I handed him the round piece of metal with circles of letters. What is it? He turned it about as he had the paper. It's called a cipher disk. He studied the articles in his hands. You mean this is code and you use this disk to decipher the letter? I believe that's how it works. How on earth did you come to possess such things? I recounted the story of how I had found the disk in the sawdust, how Ragin had passed the paper to me before his death, and how, at a Friday night dance, I feigned the need to retie my shoe and found the disk under the fourth floorboard in the southeast corner of Barrack 1, just as Ragin intimated. I had hidden the paper and the disk behind a loose brick in the mantelpiece and hadn't touched them since. Do you have any idea what could happen to you if these are discovered in your possession? I had an idea. Get rid of them, Sassy. Burn the paper and bury the disk, or drop it down your privy. Ragin gave his life protecting these things and entrusted them to me. I botched things once before by giving away valuable information that a man died to protect, and I won't just discard these. I have waited for the day when I'd understand his meaning. I think maybe that day has come. You see, I thought Ragin had said Rose and Libby. Now I think he may have said Rose at Libby. A soldier from the 77th Pennsylvania told me his CO is at Libby Prison in Richmond, and his name is Thomas Rose. These things may have been destined for him. Now, I haven't had a lot of time to think this through, but if I can just get to Richmond, I'll figure a way to get to the prison and give these to Colonel Rose. Eric stood with his mouth agape for a long moment. He placed his hand on my forehead as if measuring for fever. I knocked it away. You are absolutely daft, Sassy. Number one, just how do you plan to get to this prison? You don't even know where to find it. Number two, do you plan to simply walk in the front door carrying a coded message in a cipher disk? Number three, and this is the craziest of all, you're adding 2 and 2 and getting some astronomical figure. So a man named Rose is confined at a place called Libby. Are you willing to risk your life on that kind of obscure supposition? Do you think this Ragin fellow would have wanted you to? His logical arguments bashed my impulsive contrivance, but my resolve was not entirely abated. I said I haven't had time to plan. I'll do that tonight. I'll figure a way to convince Justin to take me there. I'll hide these things on my person, and I'll find Colonel Rose. Because yes, it is worth the risk, Eric. There's no question in my mind that these hold great importance. Getting them into the right hands may make Ragin's death not so futile. My eyes fell as I thought in retrospect, like Levitt's was. But this message is months old and probably obsolete by now. Maybe not, maybe so. But the disk must still be valuable. Not nearly so valuable as your life. If they catch you, you'll swing. I plucked the paper and disk from his hands. They won't catch me. That night I slept little. Looking to the Bible for strength, I turned to the book of Esther. No woman had shown more courage to face her calling than the beautiful Jewish girl who became queen. After closing the good book, I wrote Eric a note, just as Esther had sent word of her decision to her cousin Mordecai. Though she could be put to death for what she was about to do, she knew she must if she was to save her people. I reminded my cousin of Esther's words to her cousin. Then I will go to the king, though it is against the law,
and if I perish, I perish.
Cassie is clearly still driven by guilt over what ultimately became of that book that Sergeant Levitt entrusted to her way back in Chapter 1. This is what is driving her to take what will become some pretty extreme risks. Is she justified, or is she being just plain dumb? We know what Eric's answer to that question is. What about you? Please like and subscribe to the videos and the channel, and share them with your friends who you know are interested in stories like these. I'll see you next time.